Good morning. I'm Scott Solembrino, here broadcasting live from Chicago's McCormick Place at the GBTA convention. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing my good friend Bob Summers from Delta Airlines. Bob, how are you, my friend?
Good. How are you, Scott?
I'm
Pleased
fantastic, having a great time.
GBTA again. I don't even know how many you've been to, but 20 plus for me at least.
43. It's
Wow.
unbelievable. Where the years go.
It's always fun.
It is
We're excited
fun.
to be here.
How have things been since you've been here?
Good. Wonderful. Success drives success is our marketing theme right now. The theme we're looking with sales, and that just basically means our customer success is what drives our success. And we have had a great show. Yesterday the booth was packed all day long. We got Delta had all of our partners in the booth, and we had nonstop meetings. For me, and you know this, Scott, in your current and previous life, GBTA is 51 sales calls in 3 days. So for me, it's amazing. You get to really have some in-depth conversation with customers and with your partners as well. So great show so far.
I think it's fantastic. You know, what kind of trends are you seeing out there in negotiations with corporate travel management people these days? What's changing?
Well, there's a couple things. First, at Delta right now, we're in a good spot. We just announced second quarter earnings for June. They were record quarters, the best second quarter we've had in the history of our company, both financially and operations. So, financially is obviously important. Operations is what we really hung our hat on. It's been a differentiator for us as a company and as a sales organization. That's up 26% year over year, and we're leading the DOT as we have for quite some time. It's allowing us to, really elevate the Delta brand and the Delta experience, the customer experience, and that's leading to better CSAT scores and better NPS scores. We're investing. Obviously, we're making money, but we're investing more than we ever have. I think we've invested, for the second quarter alone, we invested $1.4 billion into the fleet and aircraft, our technology, products, facilities, and you name it. That's $2.7 billion year to date, so more to come on that.
And just made my hometown of Boston a hub.
Yep. Well, it's always been kind of a hub for us, but it's one of the fastest growing markets we have in the country, not only for Delta, but for our partners as well. We've introduced new international service, new domestic service, and you will continue to see that in the future.
That's fantastic. What do you think about traveler experience these days? It's important to the traveler. Give us an idea of some of the products you're looking at.
Yeah, so there's a couple things. For the customer experience is at the forefront of everything we do. I think, the couple of things we announced, one of the things I'll tell you, maybe 5 years ago, our customers said, you have to figure out how do you recognize us on your airplanes, 200 million plus people a year, how do you recognize other than medical credentials? So we set our minds to it about 2014, so actually more than that, and we created corporate priority. Corporate priority in its simplest form is just being able to identify our corporate customers and take care of them through better seats, better priority boarding, in this case of irregular operations or denied boarding, prioritizing our corporate customers, and that was a game changer. We were the first to do that in 2014. Everyone's followed us. We know that, so we've really kept a step ahead. Last year at GBTA, we announced that we're going to do corporate priority with Air France KLM, which was the first announcement of its kind. And right before we got here this week, we announced corporate priority with Virgin Atlantic and Aeromexico. So one of the things our customers say is, we love what you're doing, Delta. How do you take that into the customer experience with your partners to make the seam, take care of what we call the seams? And we're really paying attention to that, and it's been wildly successful. And we continue to look for ways, whether there's 200 million customers or just our corporate customers, what are we doing to make the experience better? We've done things in both cabins, domestic and international.
We love when you make announcements here at GBTA. Everybody makes them here, and we love it because the audience is here,
Yep.
and Delta is such an important partner. With that, Bob, I want to thank Bob Summers for coming today and joining me in the GBTA studio live here in Chicago at GBTA 2019. See you soon.